Allegedly.
Man, that's the heaviest shit I ever smoked, man. I mean, I smoked a lot of shit before, man. But goddamn, man, that's heavy shit.
Thank you for joining us for the 21st Century Suffragettes cast. Please like, share, and subscribe.
You're the one who asked to be a part of my life at these late night moments.
China money influence.
Welcome to the 21st Century Suffragettes cast. They flipped the bitch switch. We've already won this fight. We've already won this battle. We are not going back, not on our watch. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, family.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Live. I love that
fuck
drop.
it. I'll write it and we'll do it live. That's the way we roll here at 21st Century Suffragettes. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got Benny and we've got Lindsay Leiter here with us today. Benny Loco and Lindsay Leiter. And we are expecting other guests, and Spykin's having internet and power issues. So yeah, it's kind of like one of those days.
It'll be a revolving door show.
And
Just,
Tony's got to go run to the city, so we're on our own, ladies. And yeah, so
Lord help us. Lord help us all.
No, I think we'll be okay. Tony, if I need to go over there, how do I get the camera on me over there?
Crunch course and streaming.
But then your microphone won't work.
Oh, then my microphone won't work?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, I'll just sit here, and we've got enough shit to go through as long as nobody call in right now, okay? Not until Tony gets back, because I
can't work the phones with one pilot, no co-pilot.
And I can't even share any of the videos that I want to share. Okay, so that kind of sucks.
Tony!
Well, I kind of wanted him to set me up over there so that I could run the show and do the videos while he's leaving. And well, that just didn't happen. Well, that's the way it goes, folks. What are you going to do?
Tony!
No, it's we're still trying to get our greenhouse and our stuff approved, and he made a phone call because I don't know if they were reading the plans wrong or if we misinterpreted the questions. I don't know. And she's like, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. Come on back and just give us more money.
Yeah.
So
about that.
I've been fuming pissed about that all day. I've been fuming pissed about, okay, so I ate dinner early. I had pasta for dinner, and then I passed out. And then I woke up at 10, 11 o'clock, and I turned on the news because I was like, I don't know. It was, I haven't turned on really mainstream media news in a long time. MSNBC. So it's crazy. Chris Hayes or somebody. No. Stephanie Rule was on. And I was just like, they're talking tariffs, this, tariff, that, tariff, and how bad it is. And she's just like, oh, and there's bad news after bad news after bad news. And all I noticed really is this is criminal. He's committing crimes, and you guys are just fucking normalizing it. I'm screaming at the TV at 11 o'clock at night. I just shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And the normalization of what is going on here is absolutely asinine to me. You've got
it is, of course, it is.
Content creators like us and Midas and all these other people with a lot more followers than we have, calling this shit
Millions more.
calling this shit out on a daily. This is a convicted felon who's saying, yeah, this and yeah, that, and la-di-da, and da and I mean, it's just dizzying.
Running our fucking country on executive orders.
Yeah, that don't mean shit. You might
Yeah.
as well, yeah. They're
I'm
not
gonna call it
laws.
I'm going to call it the Orange Decree. By Orange Decree. Like, we need to get on the stupid
Orange.
scepter.
Yes. And I would use another syllable, orange.
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 The orange decree.
I do think the brainworm is turning. And
as the brainworm turns.
As the brainworm.
All right.
I can't believe that this is actually a saying in this. I feel like I'm living in
we
a
all
cartoon.
feel like
I
we're
really
living
do.
in a fucking cartoon.
Seriously. I feel
And
like
if
I'm
we
in
start-
Roger Rabbit.
If we start looking really animated, we should make each other aware. Like, wow, you're really looking animated.
All right. Let me fix something. Hold on.
Okay.
No, it's broken already. That took no time at all. Did you see that, Tony?
Right.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Before
Tell me.
Diane was doing this show with 21st Century, she was doing another show.
Mm-hmm.
And prior to that, well, we started out Benny and Diane, and then we expanded. But prior to that, she was doing another show. And she learned literally how to do the shit on the balls of her ass, just slid right into it.
That's how you do it, though.
Yeah.
Especially when you're just starting out. A lot of trial and error.
Mm.
Yes.
So I absolutely
watched Benny
give
and
her,
Diane last year. I was watching
Nice.
Benny and Diane before I was watching this show.
Sweet. Then you followed us over.
I did. I
Good
did.
girl.
and it was because of the mods in the other chats posting shout out Mark P here in the chat.
I'm
I'll
not
tell you
quite
what,
professional
that's how it
at
works.
it yet. Sorry, Benny. I'm not quite professional at it yet, but Spykin's name was under Lindsay, and at least I got Spykin's name to go away, and I can't get Lindsay's name to get centered. So it's like at least Lindsay, your name's there.
That's great.
I'm trying.
I see it now. I see it now because on our screen, on the Zoom screen, it says Lindsay right underneath her, and yours says 5 eggs. But when I look at the TV, I can see Lindsay's, and it's just a little bit down there.
It's over to the right. But at least it's the correct name. That's all that kind of matters.
You can still see it. It's okay.
And I just want to make sure that if anybody pops in, I can see that little screen. So I got to look over there every now and again. Anyway, we'll try to get back on track. It's been such a nightmare. So, I think I woke up Wednesday morning to Dinky wants to be the Pope. And Tony goes, no, he didn't say that. And I'm like, yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
And Lindsey Graham backed him up.
Oh, shit.
Yes. He stepped right up and said, oh, Donald will make a wonderful film. He just wants to see him in that hat. It's like a fantasy or something.
He wants to see him in the dress and the hat. And with all the orange makeup and the high heels and the girdle. And, oh, my God, he's not even Catholic. Get it out of your fucking mind. It ain't gonna happen. Oh my God.
If he can say the Lord's Prayer, he can be Pope. Without looking, without cheating.
Yeah, right.
No way. No way.
I know.
Yeah.
Corinthian leather is his favorite verse.
Yeah. Sorry, Benny, go ahead.
Corinthian leather is his favorite verse. Psalm.
2 Corinthians. It's the whole ball game.
2 Corinthians leather is his favorite.
What's your favorite testament? Oh, I like equal. I like them
rammed
equal.
the ramparts. And what was about the airports? What was it? I forget.
They took over the ramparts. They took over the airports. They did everything they had to do to win the revolution. That's what he said. That's what he said.
I can't.
And Joe Rogan. Yeah. My favorite part is Joe Rogan doubted he said it and made fun of him because he thought that it was Biden who said it. And then Jamie pulled up the clip, proved him wrong, and he was like, he's just such a killer.
He was just joking.
Yeah.
He was just joking.
Jackass.
Yeah. Fuck you, Joe Rogan.
Now I did see
fucker too.
I did see he got asked about Joe Rogan in that ABC interview, and he was like, I have the mandate to do what I'm supposed to do, and that's what people voted me to do.
But he doesn't have a mandate. He has no mandate.
He doesn't.
He keeps every fucking thing he says is a lie.
Oh my God. The fact checking would take you 2 weeks just on that one fucking interview alone. It was ridiculous.
Did you guys see RFK Jr. on Dr. Phil yesterday?
No, I don't.
Don't
watch
even
television.
Well, the thing about it is I don't want to say this until I can play the video because I want to play the video so we don't get harmed and YouTube says that we said it. Okay? So no.
True.
We got to wait. We got to wait
Is
for
that juicy, huh?
We got to wait for Tony to come back to play that video. I promise we will play it because it is the most I think I threw shit across the room when I heard it. And I'm not even kidding.
Yep.
I threw something across the room. I just went
Here's what kills me about all of this. Not just because I'm a nurse and I worked bedside, but like the people who were vaccinated as children.
We got to be careful about talking about vaccines. Got to be careful.
That's fine.
Just say the jab or something else.
Oh, the jab.
Just the
no,
word,
I'm not talking about the. Okay, well, the ones
word,
that took the childhood.
The V word, and it ain't vagina.
The ones that took the after the 50s and the 60s came around, and the childhood regimen started being rolled out to people.
Yeah.
That's the generation that's now telling these people don't take it.
Yeah.
Right.
They're protected. They've been protected their whole lives.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're telling people now, don't worry about it. But probably their kids did get those whenever they went to school. I just, how can you do that? I just don't know. That's so irresponsible.
Can you say the word inoculations?
Sure. I can say whatever you want, Benny.
Well, does it mean the same? Is it the same?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Inoculation is the same thing as a vaccination.
Okay.
Is the same thing as a jab. The same thing as a shot. And I'm sorry. I will always default to my medical training.
No.
And I'm sorry for anyone that I offended.
I want a T-shirt that says I'm inoculated.
But like in sexy letters.
Yeah.
Oh,
smoky.
You could put I'm in knock, like put the word knock, like knockers. I'm inoculated. Listen, I could do this all day.
Well, isn't there 2 L's in that? I'm just asking. Isn't there 2 L's in inoculated?
No, I don't think so. I think
there's
just one.
Just one. Damn it.
Just one.
Hey, okay, damn it. I was looking for a pair of like legs that you would see in a Playboy
legs.
thing or something.
Hey, I want to remind everybody to hit thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already,
yes,
do so.
Please do. Please.
If you're here from some stream that I was in this morning shouting us out, let us know.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for, getting the word out. We're up 10 subscribers. Woot woot. No, come on, you guys. You gotta help us get.
We gotta get to 2,000.
1,500. Okay, like we're not gonna be like totally outrageous and like get us to 2,000. No.
Yeah.
Get us to 1,500. Let's have short goals so we're not so disappointed when we don't get there in 6 months.
Hey,
Like Donnie, little goals.
Little goals.
Tiny goals.
Little tiny goals.
Lindsay, you need to find yourself a little tiny mushroom somewhere.
Have to find a tiny mushroom.
I want to go. I want to go over to that shop and ask the lady how much for the whole basket. Make me a deal. Make me an offer you can't refuse. And then we could just, have them in our merch.
We'll have them in our merch. You can get a
Because if we try to order them from China now, we won't get them for another year.
Oh man! So Benny, you live in California, right?
I reside here. Yes, I do. So
I was reading something about the Port of Seattle and how they're already finding that there's 35% less traffic going.
Yep.
I saw somebody videoing the last cargo ship pulling into port this morning.
Nobody's
I don't know why
up there anymore.
No,
not right now. They can't say, "I'm sorry, I got stuck behind a line of trucks."
Yeah.
Hey, Benny, is Creamy Does It or Tramp the Demon one of the channels that you watch?
Who?
What?
Creamy Does It or Tramp the Demon?
No.
Okay.
No, I never heard of those channels, but I'm gonna have to go look them up.
I missed it.
They sound divine.
I know.
They sound dirty.
I know.
You had me at the word creamy.
I know. Well, I have a story for that for behind the scenes. So anyway,
okay.
By the way, just a little shout out and a little reminder that this coming Tuesday, May 6th, we are going to be, obviously doing our show from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then we're going to roll right into Sons of Liberty, where I will be a guest. It's my first guest appearance on anybody else's show. Oh, my God.
Wait a minute. You were a guest on my show first.
I know, but we're friends. It's different.
Oh, I see.
We've been doing Benny and Diane for over a year, and you're going to tell me I'm my first guest appearance.
Our 420 special was fucking amazing. We laughed so hard, and we enjoyed our partakage.
Yes.
As it were.
Our 420 show for sure last year. So anyway.
Yeah, I think we've done 2 panels on my channel.
Yeah.
The 420. No, the 420 show was on your...
Yeah, it was on Benny and Diane. And then...
Okay.
I think I've been a guest on your show twice, though. Yeah. Anyway, I'm really excited. Actually, really fucking nervous.
Don't be nervous. It's just like doing your own show.
I'm excited for you. I love Sarge. I love Big Sarge.
I do too. I think he's a great guy.
I think I scared Sarge with my chesticles.
The look on his face, Benny. Oh my God. The look on his face was like, what are you trying to show me? I literally thought, I bet he just thinks you're showing off your tits. And then you're like, read this shirt. I was like, oh.
And then I had to get closer.
He is a man first, Benny. I mean,
he was like,
come on.
Yeah, but listen, he's always talking about his fans only page. So I didn't think he would be, taken aback by chesticles.
Well, he's trying to be professional on a stream.
Yeah. The funniest part about that whole bit was that, and it wasn't even a bit. It wasn't like we planned it. No, nothing like that.
No.
But the funniest part about that whole minute is I asked him a question. He's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was totally distracted and I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah.
Humana.
That's my favorite short that this channel has put out. is just his, and you look at it in the little corner, he's just like mesmerized, like nothing going on. All he can see is boobs.
Just like a regular guy. He's just a regular
Yes,
guy.
he is.
Throw a set of tits up in his face. He's like, oh.
Yeah. Only one brain can operate at a time.
Yeah, that's right.
It was great. It was an
We
epic
love
moment.
you, Big Sarge.
We love you,
We
Big
do
Sarge.
love you, Big Sarge.
And thank you for the invite, and I can't wait. Yeah, so I will be there Tuesday right after our show. So we will not only do a raid, but I'm going to be a guest. So I want to see all y'all there.
Yeah.
Okay, and make me proud, okay?
You'll only have time to put lipstick on, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even put lipstick on today, but by the way,
Just
the whole
like,
lipstick thing.
have your drinks already there, so that when you get on, you don't have to get off.
I don't have to move. I'll have my drinks in a bucket. Yeah,
have a little
in
ice
a
bucket.
Cooler.
Yes,
yeah.
A bucket. Oh, okay, that's
a cooler. The whole
Oh,
cooler. So anyway, no, the whole lipstick thing, just so Lindsay knows, and for everybody else who's new, is that when we first started Benny and Diane channel, and it was the whole, like, Dinky was going after Taylor Swift. And so we were like, let's glam up and wear our red lipstick for the show. It's kind of our little protest.
very nice.
You know, and just like screw you, Donnie. We're gonna wear our red lipstick in honor of Taylor Swift. You know, I know. I'm trying to do it with no
Nailed
mirror.
it.
It's not easy. But when you've been doing it for so long, it's easy.
Like that trick from the Breakfast Club where she puts it in her cleavage and she.
Oh yeah. The cheerleader, Benny's muted herself.
What I had happen was, no, I said, you know, kudos to people who can talk and put their lipstick on at the same time, because that's no easy task.
I don't have any red lipstick, y'all. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
I got maybe glass somewhere. I don't normally wear lipstick unless it's
I'll just gloss it over.
Yeah.
glass it.
Yeah. No, it was just kind of our own little way of just being like another F you to Dinky. Because we're just like, screw you. And why are you like picking on Taylor? Oh, because she could buy and sell you like everybody else does, you piece of shit, pig.
Yeah.
Oh.
He tried to make fun of her whenever the Eagles went to the White House last week.
Oh, yeah. He's like, how did that work out? I just can't. I can't with him anymore. Like, I don't even want to talk about him anymore. I want to stop talking about it. Can I get a break? No. Because it's a constant barrage of shit from him. And his...
Did Elon Musk threaten to put a baby in her at that same time?
Yes.
So. Maybe he tried to like slide into her DMs like he did that one Chinese executive. Like, hey.
God, he's such a gross motherfucker. I have never seen so many gross motherfuckers in one place in all my life.
For real. Yep. You know, like thinking like my husband mentioned this to me the other day. We were talking about, he plays a lot of video games online, and he was like, this generation is just angry and bitter and just all assholes.
Ooh, Valerie's here. Hold on.
What? Who's here?
Hold on.
Okay. Is Tony back?
No, I don't think so.
Shit. I should have said that. So,
won't you come over, Valerie?
Val.
Hello, Valerie.
Well, we call her Sage. We should call her Sage.
I'm sorry.
Hi, honey.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
You're looking beautiful as ever.
Yeah. Well, what happened to Spy Ken?
She's got power and internet issues, and I just had a text from Mom's Russo. She said, let me know if I can do a special report from our May Day protest and call in early. Moms, I don't think we have the phone set up yet, and Tony's not here. He had to go to the city to drop something off and hand them another fortune. So
how about if we sent her a link for the panel and she could jump on the panel for a minute?
5 people is really tough. 5 people is tough.
Well,
you want me to
plus
go
all
away?
the people that are
I don't want you to go away.
Come on, now go away.
No, she could take videos and send it to our Blue Sky, and I can play them.
Perfect.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, so we'll try to figure something out, honey. So we haven't gotten very far anyway.
It's okay. It's been some good rambling, It's all good.
Well, besides Dinky wanting to be Pope and me announcing that I was going to be on Sons of Liberty,
well,
Dinky thinks...
didn't say it right. He's not going to be the Pope. He's going to be the Poop.
Yeah. I can make him one of those little. I'm going to make him a little turd hat, like a little emoji turd hat.
There you go.
If you paint it gold, he'd wear it, and
I was going to say you have to bedazzle it so that he'll wear it.
He totally would. And you could just lie to him. Yarn? You could just lie to him about what it is. If he believes MS-13 is on that guy's knuckles, you can surely get a Pope, paint it gold, put it on his head, Pope.
I can see it. I can see it. I can even see like an upside down reverse poo where it goes like this. And it's kind of like regal. Upside down and it, yeah.
It'd be so regal.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bless you.
Make it like a jester hat with some bells on it too. And he'd be like, look at me.
I'm so pretty.
Look when I do my double giraffe jerk off dance. I hate him so much. I hate him so much.
So yeah, he totally believes in about the MS-13, tattoos. I don't know. I never saw any tattoos on the guy's fucking hand. I'm not an expert.
I saw the tattoos on his hand, and it doesn't.
One's a smiley face, and one's a cross, and one's
a a cannabis leaf, and one. I think the last one is a skull.
The sugar skull. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, that spells out MS-13 in my mind. Like, oh yeah, woo, like that's real.
But it's even worse than that, because I can understand how they may interpret that, but he literally believed that his staff tried to give him little guides. It was like a closed caption of a tattoo that he believed.
God.
That's what I can't get over. This is my grandparents who are his age don't even believe that. They have enough social media or news media literacy to understand that typed letters were not physically tattooed on this person, and he would not let it go.
No,
he wouldn't.
That's where his narcissism.
But here's the picture.
Get the picture. Get the picture.
Go ahead, Sage.
Thing from the Christmas Story when he ran into the bathroom and he got his little Ovaltine secret letter thing and he's moving it around and he's like, oh yeah, it's a secret, just like that.
Yeah.
People unlocked that code.
He's always the smartest person in the room. He always is.
As long as the room is empty.
To me,
for real,
studying narcissism for a long time, that was his narcissism exposed and on fire. And if there had been no cameras in that room, the tongue lashing that Terry would have gotten would have been way louder, way more expletives, and just off the rails nut job.
I'm surprised Terry's not fired yet.
I've witnessed this stuff myself personally.
And that really came out whenever he was like, why can't you just say it's right? And why can't you just say, yes, that's right, it's whatever, it's fine, and just move on? And he was like, because it's not right. Yes, because it's not right.
Yeah, criticize. You're getting a chance of a lifetime.
Right.
The dude he's like 60 some years old. He's been in fucking journalism for, I don't know, 40 of those 60 years. So, like, I don't know where your chance of a lifetime is ever going to come, but this ain't it, brah. You know?
And I just keep thinking the reason that he did that, and Hal made a good point yesterday, is that, for one, ABC and Disney are a thing, and he has a deal with Bob Iger and that whole business. If you remember, he tried to sue him on all that business. But I think Hal put it best. He was like, he knows he needed to not talk to the rubes on Fox News anymore, and he had to go mainstream because he's tanking.
Yeah.
And he had to say something to the general public, even if it was horrible. Well,
even if it was
horrible.
Even if it was they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, they're eating the pets. He said that to everybody too, and people still voted for him. Or some people didn't vote at all and thought it would be okay either way.
Yep.
Thank you, non-voters.
Yes, no kidding.
What's that, Sage?
There's a lot of people out there who don't understand how due process works and how when things are actually happening, you know, this one of the points that always really blows my mind is when people try to say that they're giving operations to kids in school to change their sexes.
Yeah, and sending them home that same day, and they're perfectly fine, except they're another sex. People bought that shit.
Yeah.
Yep. And I say to them, these things are public facing. There would be a police report, which is for the public to see. There would be court cases for the public to see. There would be lawsuits. There's no person in the world whose child could come home, not need extra medical care. I mean, I obviously know it didn't happen. You know it didn't happen, but trying to talk to them, I mean, this is a point I have to make. It's like, there's nothing out there. And if there was one iota of any little bit of public information, it would have been plastered all over right-wing media. So stop. Just stop and use your brain.
Well,
not to mention the fact that school nurses can barely give a Band-Aid to a child. They can't give them any medication. They I mean,
an aspirin,
they can do very
Tylenol.
little.
Yeah.
They can take a temperature maybe, and that's really it. That's it.
It has to be arranged through the school. If your child needs an aspirin or a Tylenol, it has to be arranged through the nurse's office. You can't just pop in and, you know, say, here, nurse, you know.
Even in the 90s, I had asthma terribly as a child from about the age of 4 to 7. And I would have to take asthma treatments, nebulizer treatments at school, especially after recess, because I had exercise-induced asthma. And so I had to work out with the school nurse, and I had to be the one to prepare the treatment as a 6-year-old. I did know how to, but she just had to supervise me because I was technically ingesting a medication.
Right.
You know? So that was even in the 90s that was happening. Yes, we can.
Tony's home.
Well, I don't think the room. I just want.
Yes, we can all hear you, Diane.
Tony just walked back in the house, and so I just wanted to give him a couple instructions. Like, number one, bring me one of those fresh cold beers that you just brought home. Thank you.
Directly.
And, can you help me out with the names? I got Spykin's name off, and I didn't know how to get Sage's on, and they're all in the wrong spot. And
help me, Tony!
Help me! So he's got several things to do while he sits down and gets comfy for a minute. So I would like to go. You said, Lindsay, that you know all about this Mike Waltz being, you know, he's fired, and now he's
fired.
He's
JK. He's a UN ambassador.
UN ambassador, and Marco Rubio now has 2 fucking jobs, and
wasn't Marco Rubio over like the ATF for a time, and then they're like, yoink, actually we're gonna find someone for that. And like I feel like Rubio is just kind of like put over departments for like short-term little stints while he's supposed to also do his Secretary of State job. Fascinating.
Well, wait a minute. I thought that was somebody else now, because I thought that was Kash Patel. Kash Patel was in.
No, that's the FBI. Oh, maybe it was. Dude, I don't know. Oh, it was USAID. It was USAID. He was put in charge of USAID for a time. But you're right. It was. He was doing an ATF FBI job, and they're like, well, he's not showing up to the office. Let me just yoink that back. So, yes.
I think it was Kash Patel, and he was head of the ATF, too. Now he's now everybody's going to have double their jobs.
Right.
He wants smaller government to give everybody 2 times the workload and 2 times the job, and so they're going to slack on one, and one will suffer.
They don't do either job, so it doesn't fucking matter where he puts them. They're not in there to do the job; they're in there to do a number.
And Mike Walsh, I'm sorry, Mike Walsh was not the one to. He was the one who added the reporter to the conversation on Signal, but he's not the one who posted about classified information. That was Hegseth, but they're throwing Walsh under the bus. I don't know. What do you guys think? Go ahead, Lindsay.
It's because of Pete's relationship with Fox. The second that Signal gate dropped, Pete used his connections with Fox and said, we need to start throwing Mike Waltz under the bus. That is why Mike Waltz immediately went on the Laura Ingraham show and had an absolute spaz attack on live television, just like, and just, I've never seen a man like gobble. I don't know what, it was like, I mean, he just spit out this. He tried to say that a contact got sucked in under the wrong contact, and that got added, and it made 0 sense. 0 sense. But that's what happened. And Laura Loomer, if you remember, about a week after Signalgate, she went and said, these people under Mike Waltz are not loyal to you. And those people were fired. And I'm not talking about the Pentagon people. That's a whole separate thing. This was like in the Wayback Machine a month ago. And then shortly, but that Wayback Machine a month ago. God, I'm not going to make it.
No.
I just, as the words left my mouth, I just like sunk into a deeper place.
It just got really dark in here.
But I think a couple things happened against Mike Waltz. Not only did Pete use his connections at Fox to throw him under the bus, Laura Loomer acted against him. But also, if you remember, his Venmo list was still public. And that dropped maybe a day or 2 after the Signalgate. And it showed that he had several journalists who were opposed to this regime on his Venmo list. So it looked like he was the leaker. And Trump did not want to say he was wrong, and he didn't want to give a scalp, because that's what Laura Loomer said today. She said scalp. That was what her tweet was today to this news.
Jesus. Sage, do you want to go? Do you have an opinion? You want to say anything?
I need more wine.
Yeah, I need more wine. Honey, go get some more wine. We'll wait. Go ahead.
Just bring the bottle back in an ice bucket.
Yeah.
But here's my favorite part about all of this.
I'm sorry. Lindsay, let Sage go ahead and talk. Unless she's gonna go get some wine. So go ahead, Lindsay. Finish your thought.
My favorite part about this is that 1, 2, 3 House seats were given up by House members to be in this administration. Elise Stefanik, Matt Gaetz, and Mike Waltz. And all of them are gone now.
Yep.
Ooh, that's kind of beautiful.
And best, Elise Stefanik's job was going to be UN ambassador, and that's what Mike Waltz was just doing.
Lindsay, I don't know how your mind puts all this shit together. Like, I can't remember all this shit. Kudos to you. You need a little you need a hand for putting all that shit together. Oh my God. That's amazing.
Well, I
ahead,
want to
Benny.
know about these 2 Russian spies that were caught in Germany that have excess fucking personal phone number in their phone.
Yeah, in a German embassy.
Yeah. That were scouting around a base.
I mean, who's not involved at this point? I'm not. Nobody's
Right.
texted me, but whatever.
Russian spies.
I'm still waiting for my Soros check from all the protesting I've been doing.
I'm waiting for my Soros check. I'm waiting for my
5,000
DINKY check.
DINKY
Where's my
check?
fucking $5,000 check, motherfucker?
Yeah.
I got bills to pay.
So
my friend connected with me. A friend connected with me today from Homeland Security. Of course, they're being put through the ringer, as we all know. But she found out that Dinky decided to A-OK wearing Make America Great Again hats for all federal employees. And she, of course, is saying, like anybody else who deals with laws, there are laws against this. It's called the Hatch Act. You're not supposed to bring political gear into the workplace.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe you should just start wearing American ISIS or, something like that. I mean, it's okay. Throw it back at them.
Yeah, Kamala gear.
My favorite is Y'all Qaeda.
Yeah.
Or Howdy Arabia.
Sage, I'm having a hard time hearing you. I don't know if you have a microphone you can bring closer to you or.
I don't, but I have my phone, which I can bring closer to me.
Okay.
Is that better?
It's kind of weird, but we'll work with that. We'll figure it out. But as long as it seems like whenever you talk, I don't know. I can't explain it. Tony, do you know what it is?
Like noise canceling or something.
Wait a minute, Sage.
Yeah.
I'm the weird one up here.
Sorry.
It sounds better. It does sound better. So, okay, what else?
You really do need to get one.
The import fees and everything. Dinky threw a fucking 5-alarm fucking shitstorm fire meltdown about Bezos wanting to put the tariffs on his receipts. And hey, we have sales tax on all of our receipts. You bring out any receipt you got. Okay, I have a receipt right here in front of me. Where did I get this? I don't know. At the weed shop, I think. So,
best receipt ever.
What are the taxes here? I can't read it without my readers. Of course not. Son of a bitch. I should keep those Coke bottle ones down here for every now and again when you can't read anything.
Why isn't he taking credit for this as this is supposed to make us all rich? That's what I want to know. Why isn't he slapping his name all over this tariff?
Okay, it says
tariff tax.
It says subtotal, excise, which I don't know what that is, sales tax, total tax, total discounts, tips. I'm supposed to give tips at the weed store? Really? I didn't know that. And then the total. That's how many totals there are on this fucking receipt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You should always tip your bud tender. Just saying.
I don't know. Maybe Tony does it. I haven't been to the new place, so Tony says he does. He's screaming in the background. I do. So I agree with this. Okay. Tony said maybe if you could turn down your microphone, Lindsay, you're a little hot, but it's all right. Like if you can't, it's all right. Don't worry.
Is mine okay?
I am totally up for this tariff tax being put on receipts of any kind at a restaurant, at the auto parts store, at fucking Lowe's and Home Depot and Menards and fucking everywhere.
Everywhere.
I don't care. On every, I want to see it on
so
every
that
fucking receipt.
All these wonderful MAGA can see that they're being good patriots by paying their tariff tax.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I say, why isn't he taking credit for this? If this is supposed to make us all rich, if it's supposed to bring manufacturing back into the country and get us all jobs and bring in billions of dollars a day, Why isn't he stamping his stupid name on it?
Because he
Trump
was
tariff tax.
bullshitting.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Because he's loads of fucking bullshit. There's loads of shit coming out of his mouth, just like it's coming out of his ass. Oh my God, you can't keep up with it fast enough.
Good thing his mouth looks. I'm sorry. Good thing his mouth looks like an anus, because all the shit that comes out of there. I believe that's how it became shaped that way. Actually,
it just formed into a sphincter over time.
All that shit that comes out of there, it just turned into a
Sorry. I shouldn't say sphincter. I shouldn't say sphincter on a live stream.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you. We love you, Peter. Thank you, brother.
I was in.
I love him so much. I love him so much.
Peter and I were on Fox News live chat this morning. If it's the same Peter.
Ooh.
Peter has a peace sign.
Throwing it up.
Yeah. There's a lot of Peters out there.
There are a lot of
only
Peters.
has one Peter as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. He's the one with the peace sign. He's the one with the peace sign. Yeah. So, so I reported on Tuesday that Elon Musk thinks that he has been reincarnated from a king. Well, we found out which king it is. And I want you to put your drink down so you don't spew it out of your mouth right now. And I want you to put down your joint because you're going to choke on it right now.
Let me get a sip first.
He thinks he is reincarnated from Alexander the Great, ladies and gentlemen. Woohoo! Alexander the Great. Can I get a... No, I was looking for a, the record scratch, you know, the record scratch. Wait.
I mean, it's not far off. Dude wants to be Genghis Khan. I'm convinced this is why he's trying to make all these babies. He's trying to leave his imprint on the world. I'm just ready for him to build a rocket to Mars and test it out.
Take his brood with him.
So
colonize Mars.
If Bezos can send his fiance on a rocket, we can surely allow Elon Musk to test drive his own rocket, right?
That would be super.
To see how outer space.
Call from Morbius.
It's Morbius. Morbius on the phone, ladies and gentlemen. Morbius. Thank you for calling in. How you doing? We've missed you.
Well, first of all, always tip your bud tender.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
a big one.
It's a no-brainer.
That is a big one. But yeah, you're talking about Muskie with his ketamine dreams there. That's
whoa, yeah, for real.
That's all nice. I just love how they're spinning the fact that they've tanked the economy.
Yeah,
completely tanked. We're halfway to a recession. We're halfway to the textbook definition of a recession right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount that we've lost out of retirement savings, out of everything else, it's just ridiculous what some people have gone through. It's nuts. And are going to go through. These next couple of months are going to be, oh boy, yeah.
It's just going to keep coming like never-ending punches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Morbius, do you have anything to report on the law front of anything that you can tell us that we're not supposed to know?
We can keep a secret.
The one satellite deal, so nothing else really other than the tariffs are having a major shakeup at one of my clients.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
A very major shakeup. So, yeah.
Yeah. And
yeah, that's interesting.
Well, I think the tariffs are doing a shakeup on a number of businesses, whether they're big or small. Whether they're multi-billion-dollar corporations like the one you work for, or the little mom-and-pop flower shop. You know what I'm saying?
They flip things around. I mean, they're flipping back and forth so much. It's like a fish. I mean, nobody knows what the hell tomorrow is going to bring.
That's right.
So you can't plan for anything, and you can't turn these big corporations around on a dime.
No.
And I saw that the only reason that the last quarter was only negative 0.3% was because people were panic buying. And so that is actually, it's probably a lot worse than we know, because if you remember, he first announced these tariffs in February. And so that was in the first quarter. So people started gobbling up all kinds of goods because they didn't know what was going to happen.
The automotive market, they all went up about 21% in this first quarter. So they're expecting, more than they expected because of this type of panic buying because of the tariffs.
So Morbius, I have a question. Friends of ours who, bought a car, I don't know, like 2 years ago or whatever. I think it was Spykin and her husband. Yeah. Bought a car 2 years ago. The same car now costs $20,000 more. Same car.
I heard a story of somebody drove a car off a lot and they were called 48 hours later to see if they would want to sell their car back whenever these tariffs went into effect.
Why would they do that? I don't understand why.
Right. Because it was already an extremely amount, like ridiculous. They increased in price so much.
They lost 20 that they were like, "We'll get car." Probably is what it is.
Yeah, they lost money on the sale.
So Morbius, do you have anything to add, sweetie? Because we always love it when you call in.
First of all, it's going to affect a lot more than just the cars. It's going to affect the entire repair market, because all those parts, people don't usually stock up on spare parts for your car.
Yeah.
So a lot of those are ordered. Those are all going to go up. Everything's going to go up, whether you want to call it the tariff in the line or call it an excise tax, like, you see in that receipt that you had. It should be shown there. It's going to be obvious, and it's going to be, it's going to be pretty rough until we get rid of them.
It's going to be painfully obvious.
Yeah. I'm just hoping the stock market doesn't tank much more, because it's detrimental right now.
Morbius, do you agree with putting the tariffs on receipts?
Absolutely.
Okay. I do too.
As a matter of fact, there are laws that say that, you should, if you have a tax, you should show it. Yeah. They're trying to claim it's not a tax.
Right.
Jesus fucking Christ.
How are they going to explain whenever everything's
going to go up, and we're going to see the difference? What you paid $10 for last week is going to be $15. So.
Right. That's what I don't understand. Is like, how are they going to explain away when no one can afford anything? They're not. It's not going to happen.
Well, first of all, he's already blamed Biden for the next quarter. He says that it's going to be getting better, but he's already pre-blamed Biden for the next quarter, which is hysterical, first and foremost.
I have the
but
two
it's also
posts
showing that he knows that he can't turn this ship around that quick. So, yeah.
Right.
Morbius, I have the two posts next to each other. Here, I'm going to send it to 5 Eggs so everybody can see it.
Oh, yeah, when he was claiming the stock market in January 2024, and then now.
Yeah.
Yep.
My favorite about that, Morbius, was in response to that is if he can blame something on like something that hasn't happened, then how, like somebody said, is he going to start blaming him whenever he shits his pants? Well, who shit my pants?
It's all preemptive blaming. He wants to have his base covered.
Yeah.
It's Biden. Biden did. Biden shit my pants.
His fault.
That's right. That's right.
Shit my pants again.
Morbius, you got anything else, honey, before we hang up?
No, I'm going to let you guys hang up and get back at it. Love the show.
Wait a minute.
Thank you, sweetie. Go ahead.
Morbius, I got to tell you this. When the machine says who's calling, it sounds like it's saying more BS.
Tony made it that way on purpose.
I love that.
Just to burst Morbius' balls just a little bit more.
Perfectly. So
great.
I'll get back at it.
Thank you, sweetie.
Don't let these people down for a second. Don't let them get away with nothing.
Oh, no.
Call out their fuckery.
We're buffering. Okay. Bye.
Every day is
you got it. See you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
So my brother works for Attorney General Letitia James in New York, and that lawsuit specifically says that these tariffs are a tax on.
Yes.
So that is at least something. The wording is they are in legal form. So. You can't deny it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that woman.
Well,
I
they
love
deny.
Tish James.
They deny everything. They deny everything, and that's part of the recipe.
It's a Roy
That's
Cohen
part of the art
theory.
of the deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deny every fucking thing.
Yeah, deny, deflect, whatever. I forget what the D's are. Yeah. So,
I wish the third one was decay. I wish they would just decay.
We know one of them's defecate. I don't know. How about deflate? That would be nice.
Deflate.
So yeah, on
Motherfucker.
January 29th, it's 2024. So this is 9 days after he's been inaugurated. This is the Trump stock market because my polls against Biden are so good that investors are projecting that I will win and that I will drive the market up. Everything else is terrible. Watch the Middle East. And record-setting inflation has already taken its toll. Make me again. And then April 30th, 2025. This is Biden's stock market, not Trump's. I didn't take over until January 20th. Tariffs will soon start kicking in, and companies are starting to move into USA in record numbers. Our country will boom. But we have to get rid of the Biden overhang, and I think he means hangover.
Hangover.
He's too fucking stupid to know that. This will take a while. It has nothing to do with tariffs. Only that he left us with the bad numbers. But when the boom begins, it will be like no other. Be patient. In all caps. Oh my God. You are such a child. You don't even get it. You have no clue. You're super dumb. I can't.
Got my little violin for him right here.
There's a mini violin. She doesn't have a mini mushroom, but she's got a mini violin. That's awesome.
I'm gonna have to find a prop. I feel propless.
I know.
I have props.
I need props.
Where's my props?
I didn't come prepared.
It's all right, Lindsay. You're new to the game, so come on.
He's just tapping us along, guys, which I'm still not sure what the hell that means.
Yeah, whatever.
This man is, let's add 2 more D's, dementia and dumb. Like, I can't. Seriously, toddlers make more sense.
Yeah, go ahead, Sage.
Pillow behind you. You could use that and pretend to stick it over his head.
We have a word for that in nursing.
Allegedly.
It's called pillow therapy. Pillow therapy, right here, buddy.
Allegedly.
It is. That's a real thing. Okay.
Allegedly.
Sorry. It's dark humor. Dark humor in the hospital.
Everybody loves my Trump, and they also love it when I do the MAGA.
MAGA bitch.
Yeah. MAGA Barbie. Oh my God. It's okay. Like, it's okay. I'm just going to buy, some clothes. And it's okay. Like, I buy it at, the cheapest store ever. And all that shit's made in China. And, it's like Temu. I can buy a dress for, $19. But, it totally cost me $20 in, tariffs to, get it over here. And, oh, my God. It costs me $30 now for my $19 dress. And I don't like it.
I absolutely love
$40.
that.
I'm dead at
I love that the CCP trolled her for that multiple times. It wasn't just one dress; it was multiple. Did you guys see that?
Bitch gets all her clothes from Temu. It's totally true. Yeah.
Yes. Did you see where they photoshopped after the whole tattoo debacle on the ABC interview? Somebody tattooed her face, and it says MS-13. Photoshopped it everywhere, and was like, "Get her El Salvador, this one."
They should do teardrops for how many people she killed, and
Oh my God.
It's a nightmare. We're living in a nightmare.
We are. Good thing that there's funny parts in nightmares.
Well, so I did see that
running.
They did a joint news conference together yesterday, Stephen Miller and Carolyn Lovett for the right-wing social media crowd. But the talking point, Hal has like tuned me in to like seeing what that thread is, the talking point now. So now the talking point is we have to wait 6 months for all this to settle and for it to be Trump's economy, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, what is going to happen in 6 months? Like, it's going to be late October. It's going to be right before the holidays. Like, surely it's going to be worse at that point because people are going to start Christmas shopping and traveling.
Fuck. I got something to say about Christmas. If you go out and you shop for Christmas this year, instead of pocketing that money and keeping it, and make something instead, or it doesn't have to be anything. It could be a card.
Yeah. Make something, don't buy it.
Do not buy one fucking present.
I have a new thing that I think Democrats should really push on because Dinky said yesterday, well, you can't get if the doll costs more money, then you can only have like, what was it?
$2. $2. You can only have $2.
$30.
Instead of $30. That's right.
And so you don't get $30 for Christmas, you little fucking little girls who are so like grabby and need your fucking $30. No, I was like, wait. This is his war on Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. His war on Christmas, because we will have nothing on the Christmas. There will be no toys on Christmas shelves for your children. So you better start making that fucking shit now.
Kids need to just fucking get a grip and get it. You see, all this shit started because everybody lied about Santa Claus.
Yeah.
We can call him the GOTUS, the Grinch of the United States.
There you go.
GOTUS. GOTUS. He's the Grinch.
GOTUS.
We got Scrotus and GOTUS.
And by the way, Benny Locos in my secret fantasy is that 4th of July would be canceled. And guess what? All of our fucking fireworks come from China. And there'll be no fucking fireworks.
So expensive. But listen, Diane, they stock up on those things like years in advance, unfortunately.
I know.
There's one thing I can count on in America.
That's why we shouldn't go and watch them.
Yes.
Just saying.
If there's one thing we can count on in the United States, we definitely stock up on things that go boom.
Yep.
It's so
unfortunate
and annoying.
Sorry, I have one suggestion.
Yeah.
And this is something I'm going to start in our little town because my heart can't handle the situation without doing something positive. So I'm going to connect with my friend who heads up the lunch, like finances and stuff for the school. And I know that all those kids who are on assistance now are going to lose it, but we're also going to have a whole lot more added to it. So that's just our baseline of who we're starting with. And see if there's a way that we can't get a parent donation. And if like families could donate $1 a week, we could get their food. You know what I mean? Because something has to happen in our small towns with our communities where we can step up. And as much as I'd like to say F you MAGAs, I can't say that to their kids because they can be jerks, but I can't have kids not eating because of mess. And another thing I'm going to do is I have a granddaughter and she's got a ton of stuff like room decor and all kinds of clothes and shoes and everything. I'm having a yard sale with all of her stuff to try to get new stuff for next school year. And what I also want to do with the school is I want to do almost like a swap before school starts for school clothes. So if things don't sell, bring it and we can at least get our kids geared up, because like you said, it's not so much an issue of if things are expensive at this point. It's like, is there even going to be anything available? And I'd rather not my granddaughter go to school with pants that are 5 inches too short and a rope around her waist like Jethro, because there's no belts to be found. So if we can maybe try to do some things like that, it might make us at least feel like we're adding to some of the help. So
That's a great idea.
Yeah, just like that book swap thing that, Dolly Parton started and all this stuff. We are going to have to get creative. We're going to have to get really creative, and we're going to have to do it locally. Where I live, these people just buy new clothes for their kids. They don't give two shits. They got loads of money. That's why I donate all the clothes. I donated a ton of clothes, and I still have more now. I have more clothes to donate. I'm not going to be, it's like selling a sweatshirt for $1 or donate it. Just donate it,
Donate it.
And I've had plenty of garage sales, and those kind of things for the kids. I had bins of baby to 1X, 2X, 3X, 4X. I had bins, and I was just like, $2 a piece of clothing. Take it. I really didn't even count that hard. I was just like, go ahead and take it. You got 3 kids here. Just bing, 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 honey. Just go ahead. Take it. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these kids' clothes. So at this point, it's more about donation and just getting it to the right people in the right people's hands. I could give two shits about making money on it. I think that we're definitely going to have to use our creativity, just like Sage was talking about how do we can do this to make money for school supplies. We get, there's just going to have to be a community-driven togetherness to make this shit happen, because nobody else is going to make it happen anymore except for us.
One of the things that I thought of whenever USAID was affected is food pantries. Food pantries are going to run out of. I think you remember it was in Ohio. They literally turned trucks around that were already filled, that were fixing to go to Cleveland, and they turned them around.
Yeah.
And Meals on Wheels. That's another thing that's been defunded.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things that he got rid of his first fucking time around.
Also,
first time he was in.
Just to jump back to Elon Musk for a minute, he also made it so toddlers don't have the funding to defend themselves in court against deporting them. You know what I mean? There used to be a fund there, and what's his name? What do we call him? Yeah, Sissy SpaceX got rid of it. So no, this is the kind of bullshit that we're talking about. It's like you can't just dismantle everything. There's a reason why our government is so big. When you got 330 million fucking people, 350 million people, or however many people are in the United States, when you have that many people, it takes a lot to govern. You need regulations. People are like, regulations is a dirty word. No, it's not. Regulations is checking for salmonella in our chicken and Ebola in our fucking vegetables. Go ahead, Benny.
Go and look at some of the photographs taken in the early 70s before the EPA was put into place.
Yes.
There was a haze everywhere. Unless you lived in the wide opens,
LA,
there was haze everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in Cleveland's rivers would catch on fire.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Cleveland's rivers were catching on fire.
It doesn't. That's not that long ago,
right?
You see, and we're not that far removed from where people can't just fucking look and see what happens when you remove these regulations. They're put in place for a reason, and all these fucking greedy motherfuckers don't care if they kill the planet. Why they feel that way, I have no idea, other than their own greed.
Well, I think the second comings, honey. Like they rapture and the apocalypse and we're gonna be saved and Jesus and God and and all this bullshit. Honey, ain't nothing gonna save you. Nothing can save you. Even the rich motherfuckers, your water's poisoned too. Your food is poisoned too. All of it gets poisoned. You get no exemption when it's all fucking trashed.
I mean, they're not thinking about the long game, are they?
No, they never do. They never do. They
Motherfucker.
never think about the consequences of their fucking actions. And we've been watching that forever. Trickle down economics is one of them.
Something's trickling down, and it ain't money.
Yeah, no shit.
It's bullshit.
I was watching something about Louisiana has a lot of oil fields and natural gas, a lot of refinery there. And I was watching, I think they call it Cancer Alley. Check me on that, I'm not sure. But essentially an area that's predominantly Black, poor, has been having higher and higher rates of cancer recently in this area. And wouldn't you know, the company that is doing the hiring of people aren't hiring people from the local area. Even if they go to college and are qualified, they're hiring out-of-state white folk, quite frankly. And all the while, so this entire community is being devastated. It is killing the local population there, essentially, sooner than they would die. And they're also not benefiting from it at all by allowing people that are local to work there. It is just the worst. It is hell on earth, is what.
So Tony's got something queued up that he wants to play.
All right, Tony.
I haven't got one of my videos in yet. But let's roll. He's the one who's running the show.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah, there we go. It's got to
So
be
I just
funny.
seen on everywhere but Fox News, they're saying Trump is messing up the economy. That's a blatant lie, and you know it. You idiots are just playing checkers while he's playing double D chess. He knows some stuff about things. I don't even care about my 401k. Hell, I could barely finish a 5k. What do I need all them K's for, huh? I don't care. If we go into a Great Depression, what do you think Zoloft is for? Just sprinkle it in the water like they do the fluoride. Sacrifices have to be made. I don't care. I don't care if I can't afford housing. Just please make the green M&Ms sexy again, please. I don't care if I can't afford health care. Just bring back Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima. I'm just lonely at breakfast, okay? I don't care if they cut Medicare and my mother-in-law has to move back in with us. That's fine. I can do that. You can do this. I don't care. Please just give me a truck that looks like Laura Croft's titties. I don't care. Please just own the libs. Because in this economy, that's all I can afford to own. Please. So I just see.
Oh my God. When he ripped off his sunglasses, I nearly fucking peed. It was so funny.
I thought he was going to pull off his other glasses and he was going to have a tinier pair of glasses. I know. It was just going to be like a Russian doll of sunglasses.
That's Brent Terhune. I love him. It's Terhune. Brent. I love him. Brent. Yeah. He's hilarious. And Tony is kind of addicted to his posts. They're, my favorite was the ones during COVID when he would, he would mock them relentlessly. And then at the end of it, he would start coughing.
Oh, no.
He'd end his
That's
videos
honestly
coughing.
something that I don't hear a lot of people talk about is filial laws.
Yeah.
And I do not know what states have them. I am not a law person.
All right.
But if your loved one is kicked out of assisted living because they're on Medicaid and they lose their Medicaid, the family becomes responsible for their care.
You're super screwed. I kind of knew that. Tony, will you play that sweet Swedish video, please, as well as because I saw this from, was it Sweden or Switzerland? Now I forget. Switzerland. They did a parade.
Yes.
And I just want you
I
guys to
saw it.
know how much. That's a middle finger, not a penis. It's a middle finger. It's not a penis, just so you know.
Okay. Thanks for the heads up. No pun intended.
Nice. Oh my God. Look at those.
I love the hats.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Military parade.
Love it.
Switzerland, we
I
love you.
I want one of those middle finger heads.
Yeah,
For real.
Hal Sparks
I
has
want
one.
it.
I was going to say, we're going to have to ask Hal where he got his.
Oh my God. Thank you, Switzerland, so much. And how much do we love you?
Yep.
This is what we need here. I want 100 people in those fucking hats marching down the street. Oh, and you're going to arrest us because we have masks? I don't have a mask on. I have a headdress on. I have a hat.
It's a hat.
It's a hat. It's a headpiece.
This is my all-seeing hat.
So, I think we needed a little bit of a giggle before we listen to this, and I had to wait for Tony to come back in order to play this because I don't know what we should do. Oh
Lord.
Oh God, ugh. Well, this is the thing. This is the thing on IQ first from RFK. Okay, this nut. And then I'm gonna play and then we're gonna play this.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I can't. Like everything that I stand for and that I love and that all the people that I helped and cared for in the hospital, it just breaks my heart that this is what's happening.
I don't even want to say this out loud, so I'll just let RFK say it. And hey, YouTube, I'm not saying it. Nobody on our show has said it. So don't hit us for it. This is what RFK said. So don't blame us.
Blame the worm.
The science on fluoride and found that there's a direct inverse correlation between fluoride exposure and low IQ in children. So the more you get, the stupider you are. And we need smart kids in this country, and we need healthy kids. And thank you for your leadership. We're going to get there.
That's enough. So he said, we found that there's a direct inverse correlation between fluoride exposure and low IQ in children. So the more you get, the stupid you are, unquote.
Utah's already taken their fluoride out of their water. And if you know anything about Utah, they like soda. Sugary soda. It's one of the things that is a big deal in Utah. And if you're a dentist, I would go set up shop in Utah because
you won't be able to afford
to.
You won't be able to afford to go to the dentist directly.
So here is Aaron Rupower posts RFK Jr. on measles. And this is what he says. And again,
angry. I'm already angry.
I want YouTube to know that we are not saying this ourselves. For fuck's sake. This part right here.
I don't have it.
I just sent it to you.
It's not there. Oh, this thing.
This is not fun. And I'm so pissed about this. Don't make me
break
shit.
I have something to say about this after this. And it's not about what he's about to say.
Now, there are
it is, but it's not.
populations in our country, like the Mennonites in Texas, who are most afflicted, and they have religious objections to the vaccination because the MMR vaccine contains a lot of aborted fetus debris and DNA particles. So they don't want to take it.
Enough.
So we ought to be.
That is going to get people killed. We do
That's
not
the
condone
whole
this on our
objective.
show. We think that this is false on our show. We think that he's full of bullshit. And I just want everybody to know that's fucking false. Go ahead. Lindsay, you have a medical degree here. Please, you have the floor.
He brought up two things in that clip. He brought up religion and he brought up fetal debris from aborted fetuses. I want him to explain to me why the Catholic Church specifically has information and promotes vaccination. That is, if I think of a religious institution that probably who is the most like anti-abortion, because Southern Baptists were not always that way. Catholics have preached against abortion forever. And so explain to me why a religious institution like 1.4 billion people on the planet, like the Catholic Church has, promotes vaccination to their members of their church. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Everything he said was bullshit.
Yep. Everything he always says is bullshit. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's not a doctor. He doesn't know shit about health and human services. Give me a fucking break. The guy's a fucking lunatic. He's got a fucking worm in his brain. He fucking decapitated a whale and put it on top of his fucking car. He fucking hit a bear in fucking Central Park. This is all true. All of that is true. He had so many affairs on his fucking wife, and when she found his diary of women he was banging, she unalived
herself. Yes. She did.
This guy's
not
a
to,
nut job.
not to mention that he said that heroin made him do better in school.
Yeah.
Yes. And I just want to, we're not talking about autism, but I just want to bring something up for a second. Anybody who knows the history of the Kennedys knows who Rosemary West was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this was an individual with learning disabilities. She was delayed in her growth and development. And her dad, unbeknownst to her mother, had her lobotomized in her early 20s. And she lived for the next 60 years in an institution in Wisconsin and barely saw the family.
110% true. Yep. Wizzy Buff on the phone. Elizabeth on the phone.
Elizabeth.
Hey.
How you doing, babe?
Hi,
honey.
Fine. I love you guys. I miss you guys. I'll
Miss
be
you
back
too.
soon, but
Aw.
yeah, busy. I wanted to say I watched the SCOTUS hearing with regard to the Oklahoma abortion.
Yeah.
I mean the Oklahoma school thing. You guys are talking about abortion. It kind of got me reminded. And what they're worried about is the Opus Dei in the Supreme Court are worried about the Catholic Church being discriminated against when it comes to charter schools in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
The churches don't pay taxes. They don't have a right to take public monies. And that's the bottom line, and nobody brought it up in the hearing. It drove me crazy. The other thing was, on which you guys were talking about, the abortion issue, Lindsay. That one, the Catholic Church, even though they are for the vaccine, the Catholic Church has been really staunchly anti-abortion, I think, until this last Pope, right? Didn't this last Pope say it was a...
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's fascinating, all that. But I want to call and say hi, and just...
We miss you.
Yes, we miss you, Izzy.
Miss you too.
All right.
Okay, y'all.
You let us know when you're ready to come back, okay, sweetie?
I will. I need a few weeks just to get. I don't know if I should say, but Mark and I, things are speeding up for us.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Can I get the squealing tires sound?
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
Wizzy,
okay,
we love
all
you,
right.
honey. Thank you.
Love you.
Bye.
Love you back. Take care, honey. Bye-bye, guys.
I do think that is one thing that the Pope did a really good job about. When he talked about the blessings for LGBTQ couples, giving the blessing to their unions. He talked about abortion. He talked about the trans issue, non-binary issue. All of it, he said, who am I to judge?
Right.
And I really do think that is the absolute best message you can give the world.
I agree.
Who am I to judge?
Yeah, stay the fuck out of everybody's bedroom. That's just kind of the fucking,
Yeah.
So, Sage, oh shit, we got another fucking caller. Sage, I do want you to, let's get into your thing. Tony's.
What you doing, Jack?
Call from Super Saint.
Super Saint, thanks for calling in, honey. Go ahead.
Oh, hi. I just wanted to mention I have a 4-year biomedical science degree, which was not an easy degree to get. And it really makes me angry when I hear about RFK Jr. saying this stuff, because he was in Texas recently, and he said that, autism and diabetes deserve more attention than the measles do. And, it's now, we're dealing with it spreading, to Canada and into Mexico. And, it's just upsetting, but, Texas lawmakers, they're already passed a bill that has allowed for lawmakers of exempted police from deadly conduct charges, which is another upsetting thing. But also, they have passed a bill that charges people if they make political memes. So I mean, it's just they're going all out, full fascism. But I did listen to the case of SCOTUS talking about children with disabilities in school, and that had me really alarmed, because this is what I've been fearing with this voucher program, because it doesn't give parents a choice. It gives the school a choice with these vouchers to deny, children that have, these, I forget the anagram, but, in these special programs, for any disability or any, autism or something like that, it gives them a chance to deny.
IEP.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. But it gives them the chance to deny children, black and brown, or children with disabilities, and there's no government oversight with these voucher programs or these schools. And so when I was listening to that case with the Supreme Court, I was very, very upset about the arguments, because it didn't sound good. It's like they're revisiting this whole thing about, denying children with disabilities, and they kept talking about the American Disabilities Act and, these IED programs, or IES programs. Did I say that right?
Right.
But that's what my concern is, and it's always been my concern regarding, my niece's daughter who has epilepsy, and she's autistic, and she's deaf in one ear and has hearing aids for loss of hearing in the other ear. So I'm really concerned about this, because the bill for voucher program is going to, Roller Schwatz's desk. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that, because Texas is getting more fascist and more fascist.
Yeah, day by day.
But yes, but I just wanted to
I'm convinced
mention
they're trying to resegregate
this. I don't know what's going on in your background, but it's really loud. So.
Sorry, that was a truck going by.
Yeah. Love you so
But anyway, I
much.
just wanted to
Thank you
mention
for
that.
making
Love
us
y'all.
aware of it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Love y'all.
And we'll
Bye-bye.
keep an eye out for those. They want to kick out kids with cancer. They want to do all this stuff to kids. And that kind of brings us back around to what Sage wanted to report on. And we were talking on the phone, and I asked her to come on today to report this. And I kind of wanted her to do it at the end of the show, because this is a subject that's very sensitive. And if you guys can't handle pretty much child molestation and the details of it, I want you to leave the show. Okay, so please, if you can't handle it, and this is I'm giving you a warning. Okay, this is serious.
Trigger warning. Trigger warning.
Yeah, thank you. A trigger warning. And Sage, it kind of, you were talking about also the 10,000 or 40,000, I forget the number, of cops. And this is not on the subject that you want to talk about, but you brought it to my attention, and I wanted to reiterate that when Lindsay saw the Oklahoma thing, and you see this thing in New Hampshire, and Benny sees it in California, and I see it in Michigan, all our feeds are different, and we get different feeds of information. And I'm like, I never even heard of that before. So please, will you go ahead, and you kind of have the floor right now, honey, on all the reporting that you wanted to do. And just a reminder, there are trigger warnings coming up, so please
try to use special words for certain things so that YouTube doesn't smack you in the ass.
Thank you.
So, of course. So, being in New Hampshire over the last several years, there has been a lawsuit that has gained speed and gained plaintiffs. We are currently at around 1,200 adult victims as they were children in our youth development center in New Hampshire, and that is the juvenile jail.
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez.
And this ties into our politics in a big way, and with names you'll know. So it was called YDC for Youth Development Center, but the name was changed for John Sununu because he was governor for a few terms, and they named it after him. And then his son, Chris Sununu, right? Remember, he was hanging on Nikki Haley's tailcoat for quite a while, for dear life. He realized that there was a huge class action lawsuit against the state of New Hampshire. Now, everybody knows this as a blue state. And yes, we voted for Harris. But somehow, some way, we ended up with a woman named Kelly Ayotte, who was right up Trump's ass as our governor. Kelly Ayotte was the attorney general back during the time, because it was a couple of decades. It was the 1990s, 2000s. She was aware of what had happened. There was a complaint by family of a young person who was in the facility that, and I know this is going to be graphic, but I kind of want you to know, they would take two of the kids that were in the facility and pin them against each other to fight. Whoever passed out stayed down. Whoever survived went back to the bunk. And the one who passed out had atrocities committed against them. And the Attorney General, Kelly Ayotte, knew about it. So this is involved in these court filings. Fast forward, Kelly Ayotte gets voted in as our governor. Okay. So we had decades of this going on, and it was not just at YDC or the Sununu Center, but the camps that affiliated with them. These wonderful camps and these poor children too. Right. And these kids would be taken out of these facilities, removed from campus, and taken away for like a week at a time, chained to somebody's bed, and the guys would just go through. Okay. I have a personal friend who's had this lawsuit going against, this is in tandem. You've got these kids who all filed, these adults who filed about what has happened to them. And then you got my friend who filed a lawsuit, and it made its way all the way to the Boston court. He had to get it out of New Hampshire, and he did. And it showed proof that the judges, DHHS, YDC, the foster care system, police officers, these people are involved. There were 2 deaths in the case where witnesses ended up dying of mysterious reasons. And of course, here comes Trump, and everything fell flat. Okay. Of
course.
Breaks everyone's heart. So the first settlement that came out, one made it to court. The first one made it to court. The court ruled. Oh, I need to back up. So during this time, there was a girl who got pregnant against her will while she was in this facility. And she was brought before a judge, and I don't remember the circumstances why it came about that she had to go to court for this, but she was pregnant, and the judge demanded she say who the father was, and she refused because she did not know who it was. And that judge berated her and said that it was all her fault. This judge is the judge overseeing all these 1,200 cases. Okay. So the first guy goes through court. he's spilling the beans to everybody. He is just like no bars hold. He's laying it out there. This is what happened. Thank God for him. He was awarded over $350 million, but the judge said, no, you get 400,000 because they know it's going to bankrupt the state. You have 1,200 kids, adults now, getting 300 million, 400, it's going to bankrupt the state. So we found out, and I just found this out recently, that the person who is in charge of the purse strings, who's going to determine the amount that is awarded, is a man who works with Kelly Ayotte's husband. They have, I shit you not, they have an adolescent trauma counseling business, right? Isn't that great? Well, the guy who's the main guy of this place he was a judge. His last name's Broderick. If you look him up online, he's going to look all deformed because he had a son that beat the crap out of him with his guitar, smashed his father's face in. Wonder why, right?
Yeah.
And so Broderick and Kelly Ayotte's husband are in control of who gets awarded what. So it's just so meshed together and it's just so nasty. And I'm so discouraged because these kids, they're going to go through court. They're going to proceed ahead. But unfortunately, it was said last week that Governor Ayotte just signed a bill ending funding for investigations into allegations of and rape, and any kind of abuse in foster care or any institutions like Sununu Center or these camps or any places, schools, forget it. You cannot get any funding to investigate these things. And I believe it was Trump that just signed, I don't know if it's a law or an executive order, or he's planning on doing it, but you're not allowed, if you accuse someone of attacking you, rape, and they're not found guilty, you can be tried. So I'm just feeling like we got so damn close. We got so damn close to nailing these people, and it just all got yanked back.
But the children,
right?
These motherfuckers.
Yeah. And we can
but the children, right, Republicans?
Right, MAGA? It can go right along with not just the politicians and the cops and the priests and the youth pastors and all these people who have been found guilty of diddling with little kids. And by the way, I just want you to know, Sage was being very nice in her words and not using the words that she probably should have been using that would shock you. So, we're afraid because we're walking on eggshells on YouTube right now. So, and we will be till mid-June until our fucking things are lifted or whatever. So anyway, she's being very nice with her words, but it also goes along with this is a deep-seated thing in the Republican Party.
It goes all the way to the top. All the way to the top.
And over again, like a broken record of Republicans. That's Dinky and Epstein. If you can't read it, if you're on
look up that case, look up that case number. ED CV16-0097 or 797.
Yeah. Benny Loco, I have been hollering that case for forever, since 2015, because it came out October before in 2015, and I've been
when
screaming,
they buried it.
I see Alan Dershowitz out there. I just want to punch him in the head. I was like, this guy is nasty and disgusting.
And Sage, I don't mean to interrupt, but you are literally talking about something that's been going on for 25 years and has been absolutely covered up. And now that these people are adults, they are coming out of the woodwork going, this happened to me at that place when these people were in charge. And so there's no, and when you got 1,200.
Oh, yeah.
1,200
What does New Hampshire think about all this? Like, this has to be like an open secret. Like,
Well, it's
what?
going under the.
Oh no!
I'm sure.
Oh no! She gave me this finger.
Right. This all came out about the same time that there was a young girl. She was, I hate this, she was the same age as my granddaughter. And her name was Harmony Montgomery. And Harmony Montgomery, it was a whole scandal, and it's been going on, and they've been talking about it because it's so atrocious.
She was just cute little white girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, correct?
Yeah. And nobody could find her. And the grandparents kept calling DHHS. You need to do wellness check. We haven't seen our granddaughter in forever. And where is she? And they finally went to look for her, and there's no girl. Okay. This girl has disappeared. And so they finally arrest the people in her household, a stepmother and a father. The father finally admits to having killed her, but he had so many stories on where she could have been. It was a joke to him. One of the things he did say he did is
I'm sorry. Didn't you have a story about he was wheeling her around? Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he had supposedly punched her out in the car. He reached back and punched her in the face so much that he killed her. And then he didn't want suspicion brought to him. So he put her body into a stroller and pushed her around a park as though she was alive, to have evidence that no, she's alive. And
that she was just sleeping. She was just sleeping when.
I cannot even. Okay. So these atrocities all started popping out at about the same time, where DHHS and these wellness checks on kids, and things were falling through the crack, and kids are just being released and abandoned and not looked at, not taken care of.
You know what terrifies me is that on any given day, there are 450,000 children in the foster care system.
Yes. Yes.
It goes as high as 750,000 at times.
And when you have judges, when anything goes wrong with them and they go before these judges in New Hampshire who are all crooked and involved in this stuff, they cover it all up because you know what? They just don't really freaking care. But this girl, it sparked this look into what is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend who has this lawsuit was dealing with his own kids, and an ex-wife who did dissociative identity disorder. My stepmother had it. It's that same multiple personality that Sybil, the Sally Fields movies, Sybil had that, right? And he kept finding out information, and he went to DHHS to discuss his children. And the conversation came up, and the woman behind the desk said, there's almost 200 kids that go missing in the New Hampshire foster care system just about every month. And it's disgusting. Well,
every month, not a year, every month.
Yeah, she's one of the women who died. Yeah. So it's this evasive, like, it's like hyphae. You know, the mold you get in bread, you think you pull the mold off, all those veins are throughout the bread already. Don't eat the bread.
Right.
But I keep seeing this as, you know, we have to think about where we're going to go from here. We pull this, we course correct, get control of the damn ship one day. We've got to weed this shit right out, from the root. We cannot go over this crap anymore. We cannot have this anymore. Stop the stuff.
Yeah.
And it terrifies me because I feel for these kids who end up in foster care, because you know it hasn't changed, because of course they got the low-hanging fruit from back in the 1990s and the 2000s, right? Who's to say it stopped? Because my friend who works for the Teachers Association of New Hampshire, the union, he put out a piece saying that, you know, because these kids none of these allegations are going to be investigated. These kids are just vulnerable to all of it. So there's going to be more. And I don't want to leave this on a very heavy note, but my God, Diane really wanted me to say what was going on because nobody knows. I mean, people knew more about Harmony Montgomery than they know about what's going on with these survivors, these poor survivors. And they're still getting they're in it for the money. You always hear the spin. It's not true. The stuff is nasty and disgusting, and you got to spill the beans, worst moments of your life. And then the public judgment against you, and it's absolutely disgusting. And y'all will never have it on again because this was so heavy.
Well, no. It's really important. I'm sorry. It's really, really important that these stories get out. And that's why I asked you to be here, because you've been researching this for a long, long time. You have all the notes on it, and it's all being done right in your backyard. And none of us out here in the rest of America, or around the world for that matter, are hearing about it. You think OG Adam Westish is fucking hearing about this in Hawaii? No. Right? So I think it's important that we highlight the things that are not being said and that are not being covered, because Dinky sucks the air out of every news cycle that there is.
Everything.
Yeah.
And now he's giving people fucking carte blanche to do whatever they fucking want to children.
Yep.
Lindsay, you had something to say. Go ahead.
I think here's my hope. I don't know if you all saw a couple of months ago, there was a case in France where the husband was drugging the wife and allowing men to come over and assault her.
Yep.
And there was something like 50 something men.
Oh yeah,
that were
I remember
part of
this. Yep.
It was very vast. And she made it a point to be the face of what he did. And she refused to make herself or her family anonymous. She wanted all of those men paraded into that courtroom to answer for their crimes.
Yep.
And I really do think that someday there is going to be a case like that will simply not be able to be ignored. And I'm not trying to discount this case at all, but there's going to be something happen where this web is going to become uncovered.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just going to find out, like the hyphae, how deep and how far it goes and who's involved, and the people and high places of authority that are involved. I mean, that's why the Epstein list isn't going to be released, or it won't be released for a while. But
not until we have.
It will come to light. Like, I hope it's in time for these people to get justice. I do. I think, and I'll go to my grave saying this, there is a special place in hell for people who hurt vulnerable populations.
Yeah.
Pets, the elderly, children, disabled people, disabled children. There is a special place in hell for those people.
Yeah.
And I thank you for bringing it up, Sage. It's something that we cannot avert our eyes to. You have to stare it directly in the face.
Right. And, I went through my own hell, and that's what I did. I screamed from the rooftops, this is going on. And, everybody disappeared. My female friends all disappeared. People in the community all disappeared. So I stood on my mountain alone. And
why, though? Why? What is the matter with them that they're afraid to confront this?
When you deal with people who are so vicious, it scares a lot of people away. Okay. And when you're strong,
people got to stop being scared.
I agree. And that's my thing. I am that strong person, though. I am that strong person who will stand up with other strong people, and I'll stand side by side with them. And, but I understand what it feels like to be alone raising kids after you've gone through, hell and gun smoke, trying to just stay alive and keep walking forward. And in these small communities, my mother said to me, she said, Valerie, she said, you're going to lose all your female friends. And my dad said, beware of the wolf at the door. And those two things were the most valuable pieces of advice I had gotten from anyone. all my female friends disappeared. And all these creepy guys started coming around. And it was just like, get that away from me. I'm not having it. Go. And between my boys and my dog and 911, things were okay. But a lot of people aren't strong like this. So I look to these people in these cults, and I'm just like, oh God, they're weak. But I spoke with a representative in New Hampshire at the last rally. I made my way to her and I said, here is the deal. Here's my story. And she looked at me and she was like, oh, you're a hero. And I said, stop. I'm not. This is what this is about. I did that. I did that year and a half with my life on the line with my kids. No security, no driver, all this excess money to deal with, to take care of things, constantly missing work to deal with legal issues in court. I'm so glad I was working for a school department. They were wonderful to me. So I didn't get fired, right? And I said, you have all the gems. You have all the weapons you need to stand up and be tough and be strong in this situation against Trump and this entire mess. And if you're not going to stand up and be standing there strong-footed in the fire, then you need to step aside. Yeah, because we need people who are going to fight a fight.
Yep.
I
see. I can't get my head around any woman not stepping up because there's children involved. I just can't get my head around that. I don't care how fucking afraid you are. There are children in danger.
And especially people that are mandatory reporters, like people who work in the school system or are teachers. Like, if you're a mandatory reporter, don't you feel like even if it's not in your professional life, a personal obligation to like speak up for, again, vulnerable populations of people that might be exploited or harmed? Like, I hope we find our humanity.
Michael Blaney said, I'm a mandated reporter. If I suspect something, if they are investigated and cleared, we are not liable. What's going to happen now if they change that? So I also wanted to bring up this. I just sent it to Tony so he can play the video. This is Virginia Dupre's, Virginia Giuffre's father.
God, it's going to break my heart.
And yeah, I know, but it goes along with what we're talking about right now. And he doesn't think she unalived herself, so please play the video.
Well, first of all, I couldn't even believe it. I started crying right away. I'm still crying. I can't believe that this is happening. It's impossible. And then for them to say that she committed suicide, there's no way that she did. Somebody got to her. Well,
somebody got to her. Now,
what did I say, Diane? What did I say on Tuesday?
I know. We all were thinking the same fucking thing with the driver in the 110 kilometers an hour and her being in a little car and whatever. I don't know. It's all allegedly, guys. I don't know what to say. It's disgusting. We want to talk about it here on 21st Century Suffragettes. We will always stand up for women and children and the LGBTQ community and the and people of color and all of it. All of it. Even though there's a lot of white faces here, we're still on your side.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Lindsay. I'm sorry. I interrupted.
Oh, it breaks my heart for that man that now she's gone and this is still just so unresolved. And what's worse is the person who employed her, quite frankly, when she was trafficked. Let's not forget
it was
where
DINKY.
Ghislaine Maxwell found Virginia Giuffre.
Dinky.
Mar-a-Lardo.
Yep.
Yeah. And he is a world leader right now and has all kinds of things at his disposal, means and opportunity. And that just scares me for everybody, honestly. It scares me for the whole freaking planet.
Yeah.
But it's just so sad that poor father now like has to look at her kids and like doesn't know what to tell her kids. I hate it. I hate it for him. I hate it for her family. I hate it for her friends.
Thank you, Silent Siren, for sending the gift memberships. It's been a real rough week. It's been a rough several months since he's been inaugurated, since he was elected. For all of us, not even just personally. Personally, in our own lives, it's been a shit show. I'm speaking for myself and for others, okay? But when we try to, bring this is not easy shit for us to bring to light. That's why we want to give trigger warnings for people that really can't handle talking about these subjects. And it's not easy. We don't do this out of glee. We want you guys to be well informed. We want you to take the information you find here and spread it all over the internet and all over the other chats and be like, you know what? 21st century suffragettes, guess what? Broke the Oklahoma story with Lindsay being and then the next day it was all over the internet and Rachel Maddow even covered it on her show. So Lindsay, you got there first, babe.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I don't want to say thank you, but thank you.
Yeah, but let me give you a thumbs up because that's what we need to be doing. See?
Yes.
You see
And
something,
like I said,
you say something. It's easy.
It's in my
even in regular life, in your in your regular daily life, you see something, you say something.
We got 3 minutes.
Don't be
So
quiet.
we got 3 minutes. So palette cleanser. Can Spy can send us some more kitty videos? I don't know.
No,
actually,
we're not kidding.
Spykin did send us a kitty video, but she's not quite sure if it got to us before her internet shut down. So,
shit.
Everybody, give a quick closing statement. Oh, he's got it. Oh, he got it. He got it. Here it is.
Thank goodness.
Here's the kitty palette cleanser for the day. Is that them making that noise?
Oh my gosh. Is it possible they're getting cuter?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
They're all
that's why
over
it's
the
making
place,
noise.
yeah.
They're in the baby
They
play
are.
bed and it's making noise. That's what. We're gonna climb up that net.
Oh. They're like little drunken kittens.
Yes.
They just stagger around and fall all over each other.
At the camera. Oh, he's looking at us.
They're gonna get
Oh
out
my
of there in
God.
2 seconds. They're gonna climb.
They
up.
are. Oh,
Yeah.
that one's about to make it. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Oh, he fell back.
Oh my God.
Where is it?
Oh, they're gonna be out of there in 2 seconds. I give it a week and they're out of there.
Yeah.
Or less.
I think she said they're a month old. Is that right? A month?
They're 4 weeks old.
Yeah, around
today.
there,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Spykin. Oh my gosh, we needed this.
I know.
Wherever you are, whenever you get the internet back. A lovely cleansing.
I know the subject has been really, really tough today, guys, and I appreciate you hanging in there with us because it's.
Little mama.
Oh my goodness.
She's a chirper. She chirps.
She
I
is.
love that.
God, it's
They
too
are
adorable.
just too
So
damn cute.
So-
Oh my God.
So again, thank you guys so much for sticking in there with us. I know sometimes the subjects we cover are not so easy to hear, but I think they need to be said, and I appreciate you guys being here. Sage, thank you so much for the reporting. It really means a lot, and you're welcome back anytime. And Lindsay, thank you so much for hanging out, and your knowledge is like it's totally needed. Okay.
Your expertise.
Yes, and thank you for that. And Benny, of course, yeah.
I taught you all pillow therapy. That's like it's like an insider secret.
Didn't Khaleesi do that to what's his name in the dragon thing? Yes, you guys know what I'm talking about. Some of the people in the chat know what I'm talking about.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about.
Not Lord of the Rings. I want to say Lord of the Rings. I know I'm wrong, but anyway.
I don't know.
Benny Loco, as usual, your shininess with your shiny sweater. I really love it.
It's like a disco ball. It's like a disco ball.
And just a reminder to everyone, this coming Tuesday, we will be normally going on our show from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we're going to roll right into the Sons of Liberty because I'm going to be a special guest on their show. So thank you so much. I'm really excited and really freaking nervous, but
don't be nervous.
I know.
Don't be nervous.
I shouldn't be. I'll have a couple beers and I'll
Come on, you're a fucking entertainer. Wait, nervous.
And you're going to be amongst friends. You're going to be among friends that you know have similar like interests and stuff. So there's no reason.
You'll do fine, honey bunny. Just fine.
Anybody have any closing statements? That I guess that was mine. So go ahead, Benny. You want to go?
Yeah. Just keep a stiff upper lip and use it. See something, say something. Don't fuck around with any of these motherfuckers. Don't let them disrespect anybody in public. You see it happening, you say something. You see somebody getting rolled up on by a certain little establishment named ICE, you whip out your phone, you start fucking recording. Okay? Your phone is your friend right now. So just keep crushing until we make this diamond. That's all.
Right.
We got to keep up the pressure, like fucking atomic pressure.
Right. I agree. Lindsay, you want to say something, honey, before we go?
I want to shout out all the May Day protesters. I think it's Indivisible that's putting on right now. I saw Midas Touch just had a little live stream with the people from Indivisible promoting what they're doing today. So shout out to all the protesters in the streets today.
Yeah.
Please be safe. Again, your phone is your friend, and they can't stop you from posting it on social media until all the billionaires own all the social media. So keep doing it, please.
Yeah.
Let us know about it.
And courage. Go ahead. Courage is contagious, is what I'm going to say.
Go ahead. Yep. 100%. Sage, you got the last word, sweetie.
Yes. Stand in your community, help your kids out. Help the elderly, even if it's getting pet food for the elderly, so they don't have to give the pets up in order to pay for other things. Look to the people in your area that you can give some help to. The more we give, the more comes back to us in karma. I believe this, and we need to just take care of one another and be there for each other.
Thank you so much.
Look for the helpers. Look for the helpers, as Mr. Rogers used to say.
Right.
Benny Loco, Sage, Lindsay, thank you so much for joining us today here on 21st Century Suffragettes. Thank you to all our moderators and everybody in the chat. I really appreciate what? And everybody who contributed, yes. And to Choney.
Thank you,
Choney. I'm calling him Choney for now. And thank you to him for making it all happen, bro.
This one's for you, Choney.
So again,
I will reach across this table I will feed you that mic for lunch, dinner, breakfast, fucking mid-morning snack, you son of a bitch.
Shout out to Boston Brian.
I love Boston Brian.
And
God.
I want you guys to know we're not sure about our weekend schedule. You know, we were talking about Friday nights doing movies, Saturday me playing music, Sunday doing a show. I don't know what the hell's going to happen this weekend. Best thing you could do is hit notification bell and
and the thumbs up.
Pop up, we pop up. So thank you guys again, everyone, for being here, supporting us, and making it all happen. And we will, for sure, we'll see you next Tuesday.
And we love you all. We
do love you.
So we'll see you next Tuesday. Peace out and take care of yourselves, guys. Take care of yourselves. Peace.
Let me break into the waves, and let me shake into the white, and contemplating over each other why the end of the world, the end of time. Planets aligning, I feel fine. I can't take all the violence and the pain. With six-string by candlelight, never gone. And am I lost? Or am I found? And I'm alone on my birthday. I'm meeting soon from a camp. I hate the mailman. My heart's in the garbage can. And I'm alone on my birthday. And I don't feel well. And am I in hell or am I in jail? And I'm alone on my birthday. And I've been spinning it round. I don't know when I'll find what I have found. I found you on my birthday, and now everything's changed. And nothing ever stays the same. I found you on my birthday, and we fell in love. And when we fell so alone, so alone, yeah, when we were so alone. I found you on my birthday, we fell in love. When we felt so alone. I loved you on my birthday, and now I don't feel the same. I wish every day could be my birthday. I found you on my birthday, and we fell in love. I wish every day could be my birthday. I found you on my birthday, and we fell in love when we were so alone. I found you on my birthday, and we fell in love. I wish every day could be my birthday.
Look how shiny it is, Grammy. It's so shiny. It's so shiny. It's so shiny.